All right, school owners, let's be real for a second. Your passion, it doesn't pay the teachers. And the reason your bank account is giving you sleepless nights has absolutely nothing to do with how hard you work. Let's talk about the real problem. Depending on your friends and family to bring their kids for enrollment, that's not a strategy, it's a prayer. And let me tell you, in this business, prayer without a plan is just the fastest way to shut your school doors for good.
Does any of this sound familiar? You're spending your days chasing down late school fees. Your enrollment numbers, they look great on paper, but the cash in the bank is telling a very, very different story. You've got parents who want A-star, Cambridge-level results, but they want to pay a C- budget. And your marketing, it just feels like you're shouting into an empty field. I get it. I've seen this in dozens of schools just like yours. But here's the good news. In the next few minutes, we are going to fix that. I'm going to show you a completely different way to think about getting parents to not just choose your school, but to actually be excited to pay for the value you provide. And the single biggest mistake that keeps most school owners stuck in this painful cycle, well, it's probably something you're doing right now, and you don't even realize it's killing your school. Stick with me on this.
So, what's the real problem here? You think you're selling education. You're not. You're selling a commodity, the same thing every other school on your street is selling. The real goal is to stop selling and start making parents want to buy from you. Believe me, there's a world of difference between the two. And this right here, this is a fundamental truth about our market you have to understand. It's not about being the cheapest. It's about having the best deal. Parents will happily pay more if they feel they are getting so much value that it's almost a steal. They want to feel like they've won the lottery by finding your school. And this slide just shows it perfectly. Look on the left. This is what 99% of schools do. It's boring, it's forgettable, quality education. What does that even mean? Everybody says it. But now look at the right. This isn't an ad. This is an offer. It is so jam-packed with value, free textbooks, free bus service, that a parent looks at it and thinks, wow, I would be a fool to miss this. It creates urgency. It creates desire. So the big question is, how do you actually build an offer like that? An offer that makes parents feel like they have to get their child into your school? Well, it all comes down to 3 very simple but incredibly powerful keys. First, you have to make a giant, bold promise. Not, we'll improve their reading skills. No, it's your child will read fluently in 6 months, period. Second, you have to use the most powerful word in all of marketing, free. A free STEM club, a free uniform, something valuable. And third, you remove all the risk for the parent with a guarantee. A partial tuition refund if their grades don't improve. That shows massive confidence, and it makes parents feel completely safe saying yes. Okay, so you've got this amazing, irresistible offer. Fantastic. But if you just run out and shout it at every parent you meet, you're still making a huge mistake. You need a blueprint. And the best way I can explain it is this. You have to stop proposing marriage on the first date. Think about it. When your only goal is enroll now, enroll now, enroll now, you're asking for marriage right away. You might get one person to say yes, but you've just scared away the other 25 who just needed a little more time. The real goal isn't one sale today. It's building a list of families you can build a relationship with for years to come. So here's the strategy. You date them first. Step 1 is the first drink. You offer something valuable for free, like a guide to study habits, in exchange for their WhatsApp number. Step 2, you keep talking. You send them useful tips about parenting, not just ads, to build trust. Step 3 is the first date. You invite them to an exclusive open day. And only then, only after you've built that connection, do you make the proposal and ask for the enrollment. Now, once you have this strategy in place, you need the fuel to make it work. And in every single one of those steps, there are 2 incredibly powerful emotions at play that drive every single decision a parent makes about their child's education. Those 2 emotions are trust and fear. And you have to master both of them. So how do we build trust? First, you have to look the part. Let me ask you, do your own children attend your school? Because if they don't, what message does that send? Next, show your authority. Share your expertise on parenting and education for free. Use video testimonials from other happy parents. Let them do the selling for you. And finally, when a problem comes up, solve it with world-class service. This builds a fortress of trust that no competitor can break down. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Let's talk about fear. And no, this isn't about scaring people. It's about highlighting the very real risk of making the wrong choice. I mean, look at the Lagos real estate market. They use fear of scams to get you to work with a reputable agent. It's the exact same principle in education. Look at this ad right here. It doesn't just say, oh, please help the planet. No, it shows you a frightening personal consequence. It creates urgency. It makes you demand a solution. For a parent, the biggest fear on the planet is that their child will be left behind, unprepared for a future that's changing every single day.
Let me tell you a quick story that just perfectly captures this fear. It's from one of the most successful ads ever written. It starts like this. Two men graduated from the same university. Both were bright, both were ambitious. 25 years later, they met up at their class reunion. On the surface, they still seemed very much alike. Both were happily married, both had children, but there was one huge difference. One of them was a middle manager in a big company. The other was that company's president.
So, what made the difference? Well, the ad says it was having access to the right information. For a parent hearing that question is everything. What is going to make the difference for my child? The right school, the right foundation. You see, you're not just selling classrooms and teachers. You are selling a better future. And you're selling a way for them to avoid the fear of an average one.
Okay, so you have the killer offer, you have the parent nurturing funnel, you have the emotional triggers of trust and fear, but there is one final piece to this entire puzzle, and honestly, it might be the most important one. Actually dealing with the people. How do you handle those difficult conversations and turn them into unbreakable loyalty? The key is to understand this right here. Yes, Nigerian parents can be direct, they can be impatient, sometimes they can even seem aggressive. But you have to understand that that aggression almost always comes from a place of deep care for their child. And if you can get past that initial wall, you will find the most loyal, ride-or-die advocates you could ever ask for. So, here are the golden rules. Rule number 1, expect impatience. They are busy people, they are not going to read your long newsletter. Just repeat the important information politely. Rule number 2, absorb aggression. When a parent is rude or upset, you respond with overwhelming kindness and an immediate solution. And rule number 3, be the school that truly gets them, that understands their struggles. Do this, and I promise you, those parents will fight for you. They will become your marketing department for free. Look, I know this is a lot to take in and process, so if you're ready to actually implement these strategies and you want some help doing it, we have a private community of school owners just like you, as well as the digital tools to make it happen. The link for that is in the description below. But I'm going to leave you with this one thought to chew on. What is the one bold, irresistible offer you can make this week that you know your competitors are just too scared, too traditional, or maybe even too lazy to even think about? The answer to that question could literally change everything for your school. Think about it.